Hello students, I am Trupti Patel from Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science. Students, today we are going to study chemical thermodynamics. First, let us understand the meaning of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is concerned with the energy changes in physical and chemical transformations. Thermodynamics, however, gives no information on the rates of physical or chemical processes or underlying mechanism involved in these. Now today we are going to study different terms which are used for chemical thermodynamics, or rather different terms which are related to thermodynamics. First, system and surrounding. Now you can see the diagram, students. Now consider a gas enclosed in a cylinder equipped with a movable piston. You can see in the diagram there is a piston which can move in upward direction or in a downward direction. Suppose if we undertake our study of change in volume of a gas and the amount of energy released or gained by a gas when the pressure is varied by putting certain mass on the piston. In this case, a gas is under our interest or our study. So this is called system. A part of universe where thermodynamic investigation is been done is called system. Now in the diagram, I'll just show you the previous slide again. You can see in the diagram, students, that our research is focused on gas. If we keep a mass on a piston, so that deals with the study of gas. So our focus is on the gas. So gas is our system and the whole setup is been kept in the surrounding. So the system is in contact with the surrounding. And same in the universe. So all the other parts of the universe outside the system, such as cylinder, room and others, are called as surrounding. So the universe is made up of system plus surrounding. So it goes hand in hand. So system and surrounding. Now let us study types of system. There are three types of system you can see in the diagram. First one is open system. Students, you can observe the diagram. An open cup containing hot coffee is placed in a room. Now you observe coffee cools down, releasing heat to the surrounding. The water vapor from coffee simultaneously passes into surrounding. You can see in the diagram that matter is also going in the surrounding and energy is also going in the surrounding. So such a system where in this our example it is coffee which exchanges both energy and matter with the surrounding is called an open system. Students, this example you can observe in our day-to-day life. Just take a cup of tea, take a cup of milk, a hot cup of milk, hot tea, and just if you keep it on a table also, after some time it gets cool. That means in that case, matter and energy both have exchanged with the surrounding. So this is an example for open system. Second, closed system. A cup containing hot coffee is covered with a saucer. Now in the first open system, we have taken a hot cup of coffee. It was not covered. Now in the second example, second type of system, in the closed system, we are going to cover the cup of coffee and the coffee is hot. We are going to cover the cup with a saucer. Now the coffee cools down by giving away heat to the surrounding. The water vapor from coffee now does not pass into the surrounding because it is covered with the saucer. So such a system that exchanges energy and not the matter with the surrounding is called closed system. Third type of system is isolated system. You can see the diagram, students. The picture will be more clear and you will understand easily. A cup containing hot coffee covered with a saucer is kept in an insulated box from the surrounding. Now, the coffee does not cool. Moreover, there is no escape of water vapor into the surrounding. As you can see in the diagram, the cup covered with saucer. You can see the matter inside, energy also, and it is kept in an insulator. So such a system that does not allow exchange of either energy or matter with the surrounding is an isolated system. Here, students, the best example can be quoted is the thermos flask. If you pour hot tea or a coffee in a thermos flask, the tea or a coffee remains hot inside the flask. So, this is an example for isolated system. Next, we are going to study properties of system. There are two properties of system. First one, extensive property, and second, intensive property. Let us study each. First, extensive property. A property which depends on the amount of matter present in a system is called an extensive property. Examples: mass, volume, internal energy, heat capacity, and number of moles are the examples for extensive property. Second, intensive property. A property which is independent of the amount of matter in a system is called intensive property. Examples: pressure, temperature, surface tension, viscosity, melting point, boiling point, and specific heat. Next, student, we are going to study state function. So what is the meaning of state function? The property which depends on the state of a system and is independent of a path followed to attend is called a state function. So it depends on state. It doesn't depend on which path is been taken. The term process means a physical or chemical change in a system on going from one state to another. This can be achieved by a number of paths by some operations. A path here refers to a sequence of situations the system undergoes during accomplishment of the change. In other words, the process in general may not necessarily determine the change in unique way. Only isothermal and adiabatic reversible processes follow the unique path to bring about the change of state of the system. Next, path function. The properties which depends on the path are called path functions. Example: work, and we abbreviate work as W, and heat, we abbreviate heat by Q. Next, we are going to study thermodynamic equilibrium. Now consider a gas enclosed in a cylinder fitted with a movable piston as shown in the diagram. The gas has a temperature initial, these are the values at the initial stage. So the gas has temperature T1, pressure P1, and volume V1. These state functions continue to be constant as long as the piston is motionless and no heat exchange takes place. So this is an equilibrium stage. Now we'll move the piston. As you have seen in the diagram that we have taken, I'll just show you the previous slide. Yes, in this you can see the cylinder and we have taken gas, and now we are going to move piston. So we'll move ahead. So now move the piston in upward direction so that the gas will expand. It passes through states for which pressure, volume, and temperature are not specified and vary continuously during the movement of the piston. Since it is gas, it will move continuously in the random motion. So the gas would then be in non-equilibrium state. Now stop the movement of the piston. Now suppose at this stage the pressure and volume of the gas are respectively P2 and V2, and the temperature is kept constant at T1. The state functions are constant since the piston is motionless. The gas is then in another equilibrium state. A system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium when its state functions do not vary with time. Thermodynamics considered here is limited to equilibrium states. So students, today we have studied different terms which are used for thermodynamics. First, we have studied system surrounding. Second, the properties of system. Then we have studied types of system. And last, we have studied thermodynamic equilibrium. Thank you.